Alright guys, first week of me cranking out this content for you, trying to give you the best UFC picks, sports picks all around, starting off with UFC. Happy, 3-2 in the UFC, went 8-4 on this UFC recap breakdown I'm about to do for you guys. Quite happy with it, 8-4. Try to go 11 for 12, like I said, 12 for 12, no one's perfect. But Uran versus DR. Uran wins by sub. Ezekiel choke at that. Super impressive, super rare. I thought it was going to be on the DR side, who was going to be the better grappler. Boy, was I wrong. And then we got, you know what? This one I feel a little iffy about was the Yu Sung versus Long Zhao. By the end of the fight, I had Long Zhao winning it on the scorecards, but luckily I had Yu winning it on the prediction video, and I'm happy with it. Obviously, we squeezed one through. It's not the best feeling, but win's a win. Can't be mad. The next one was Yiza, which, my God, that guy's gonna be a superstar. Asia needs one. You know what I mean? That was awesome. Guy put him in a different realm. Kyle Dawkins, my lord, does he look good after getting some KOs and some wins in the regional scene? Absolute studly performance. Took Michel Pereira out with a mean hook. I mean, mean, stiffened him. Man hit the canvas, woke up. Crazy fight. I think he got knocked out and woke up like 2-3 times, which is always insane to see. That guy in a street fight would just be a zombie of a man to fight. It'd be terrible. But yeah, Pereira, once again, tough loss, man. When he loses, he loses. But when he wins, it's in incredible fashion. And this time around, he got the ladder. Wasn't the best. Obviously, like I said, I had Michel Pereira winning. Boy, was I wrong. After that, it was Hubbard and Zhu. Zhu won quite decisively at that. I mean, he did everything better. There wasn't a damn thing Austin Hubbard did that was impressive or showed any kind of promise. Obviously, long flight, had to stay there, acclimate the whole bit, but still rough. This was my underdog of the night, guys. Charles Johnson versus Loner Kavanaugh. No one believed in me, not even my boys. Even when I sent them the picks, they're like, really? I'm like, yeah, man, Loner hasn't fought anybody in that realm. But this is the craziest part, guys. Loner was beating the dog piss out of this man, and he just decides to, I think it was the late third, middle third, whatever it was. Charles Johnson came out of nowhere and stiffened him, man. I mean, Loner shouldn't have had his hands down. He was getting way too comfortable. That's on him. Gage Young versus Mahashate. I had Mahashate lost that one, man. That was a little rough one. I thought the taller guy would have, did better, especially in his home country. Was wrong. Then we got Naraji versus Kiefer Crosby. Kiefer Crosby shouldn't have even been in there. That was a bad one. Sumerdeji versus Kevin Borjas. Sumerdeji put on a damn performance. 37s across the board. Pavlovich versus Cortez. That was a boring fight. They were throwing, but it's just nothing was really connecting to the point where, you know what? I take that back. Cortez has a chin of granite. So maybe that's why it didn't look so impressive. But it just, like, no one got punished. You know what I mean? Which is what a heavyweight fight should always look like. I know that sounds terrible to say, because I should want, like, the best outcome for both fighters. No, man. Heavyweight fight. Those guys throw so hard that somebody should be getting cleaned. Didn't happen. I thought the professional kickboxing world champion would have won. Oh, he did win. Sorry. Would have got the knockout. Boy, was I wrong. Aljamain ran through Ortega. That was embarrassing. Ortega should not be top 5. I don't know if he is, but he should not be top 5. I don't know if he still is, should I say. Johnny Walker, the hell with you, buddy. Absolutely murdered every parlay, probably for everyone. Zhang Mingyang dropped the ball, was looking great in the first, gassed in the second, and boy, did he get got. Now, with that being said, 8-4. Happy, not ecstatic. Said it last week. Could always do better. But yeah, let's go on to the Dana White's Contender series. I've said it once, I said it before. I look forward to these sometimes more because this is like watching the NCAs, you know? It's the guys that are looking to make it to the NFL. So they kind of do everything in their power to show off for Dana to get that contract. And we are going to start with Dante Johnson and Darian Abbey. Darian's big. I mean, he's 6'6". He's obviously the bigger guy in this fight. With Johnson being only 6 feet tall. But at the end of the day, Johnson seems like the more complete fighter, with Abbey just being, I mean, fighting the lesser of the competition too, but also just nothing looks crisp. I mean, it's very, let's put it this way. Who would I want in a bar fight? Give me Abbey. Who would I want in a mixed martial arts fight in my corner? Give me Johnson. I'm going to take Dante Johnson in this to get a contract with an impressive, dominating win. Most likely ground and pound, get the bigger guy down and just kind of hammer some things down. I've seen a lot of footage of him doing so. Okay, this next fight, guys, Christian Perez versus Manuel Souza. This is a conflicting fight for me, one out of two reasons. One, I don't even think they should be fighting. I do not think they should be fighting. I think they should be fighting either different weeks or different opponents. I feel like both of these guys could be in the UFC, and it would be great additions. But unfortunately, Dana, Hunter, and the boys in the war room do not care. They want to see these guys go at it. And last week we spoke about Gabriel Santos beating someone, and then that guy got into the UFC. It's the same thing this week, guys. We got Manuel Souza, who his only loss is to Gabriel Santos. And from what I remember watching on the tube, Manuel Souza was beating the hell out of him. And then obviously Gabriel Santos, having the chin he has and the experience he does, comes back and wins. Christian Perez, another fighter that fights out of Goat Shed, which last week we had one as well. This guy's good. To be honest, I think he's the more talented fighter. It's just Souza has, he has the man strength on him. You know, he looks bigger, he looks stronger, looks faster. It's just Perez looks like he has such a promising future, and unfortunately, these guys are fighting this weekend when should not be. But hey, it happens, and I'm sure Christian will either even get a contract with a loss if it is a banger and you know, holds his own. Next we have Turkish Abdul Rahman Yakayev versus Alec Lorenz. Alec Lorenz should not be fighting tonight. Nothing against the guy. It's just the level of competition that Yakayev should be fighting. It feels like a feeder fight. Yakayev pretty much by dump and sub. It's it. Probably like I don't even know, man. He's gonna fucking hate cursing on here. He's gonna run through this guy. Last fight of the night. Ooh, take that back. Totally just skipped one, guys. Damon Wilson versus Marcio Barbosa. This one's a little nuts. I low-key want to go with the underdog just because I watched him. The guy is gritty, does not give a damn. Sorry. Marcio Barbosa, honestly, probably the most UFC-ready guy on here, whether it's him or Manuel Souza, but Marcio Barbosa, he's definitely the most UFC-ready as far as like me watching the tapes of him on YouTube and all his fight highlights and whatnot. The guy is crisp. He's good everywhere. He's going to win. I low-key want to go with Damon Wilson just because that, like, gives me Forrest Griffin vibes, and the guy doesn't look like he's going to get taken down without absolute war, you know? And you have to respect that. But unfortunately, I think I've just named every single favorite now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, minus 380, minus 280, minus 1800. Abdul, I don't know how. Hopefully that changes to like a minus 900 or something, because minus 1800s, and it literally says 1-800. It's nuts. Yeah, back to Damon Wilson, Marcio. Marcio wins this one. Another favorite, minus 400. I'm sure that's going to change. It is Dana White's Contender Series, and these things, they change all the time, considering these guys most of the time haven't fought in the same scene. A lot of the guys are, let's say, be a South American versus an Englishman, a Turkish guy versus a Russian. It's always different scenes, so that's nice, but it's also hard to gauge on who's going to win, considering competition is so different, man. It's like one guy looks like a world beater, then he comes in here, like last week, the Indian gentleman. I mean, that guy looked like a stud, in his YouTube highlights and his fights that I was recapping, but my lord, after the first round, he just gassed. Meanwhile, he fought a 3-round fight against one guy and got a crazy knee finish. But back to this week. Trent Miller versus Ryan Gandra. Ryan Gandra's opponent, who I'm pretty sure was a fighting nerd. Visa issues, from what I read. Not sure how, true that is, but unfortunately it happens. And they threw in this gentleman, Trent Miller. And I'm going with Trent Miller. This guy is... It's going to sound so weird. He's bodied up, dude. He looks like he's on all the secret sauce. And, yeah, man. The guy, he just moves forward. Let's put it this way. He's either getting knocked out or he's getting Dana White's respect and getting some crazy finish. But he just moves forward. Ryan Gandra's good. I just think he doesn't have much going for him. The taller guy, obviously, he's got the jiu-jitsu on his side. But in the end of the day, I think the actual athleticism and physical prowess and forward-moving domination of Trent Miller, I think that's just going to put the icing on the cake to have him win the fight. It's going to be my only underdog of the night, unfortunately, which in a betting perspective is kind of, sucks, considering one guy's a minus 1,000 to 1,800, one guy's a minus 400, the other one's minus 380. It's just it's a rough week for betting if you're looking to make some underdog money. But if you're looking for some locks, my lord, I mean, I don't see Johnson, Souza, or Yakayev losing. The last two fights, honestly, a little bit of a toss-up, just because the two guys they're fighting in Wilson and Miller are just, they're men. They move forward, they fight, and I mean, they're trying to impress Dana for a contract just like everybody else on here. A lot of Brazilians on here, I just realized. But, real quick, thank you guys, whoever tuned in. I think I had decent amount of views for my first week. I was happy with it. I thought I was going to maybe get 10, 5 of them being me. But, yeah, man, I'm super happy. Went 3-2, 8-4. Hopefully go 5-5 this week and give you guys something to look forward to the following days and weeks. Look forward to the UFC event predictions and look forward to the Dana White stuff next week for week 4. Once again, love you guys. To have fun, be safe, and my lord, let's win a boatload of money so we could all retire and put it into crypto.